Hey guys, Sophia here with turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2022 IFBB Pro League Sur Cup Colombia Pro and Figure results. You guys recognize these two amazing, beautiful women heading to Olympia. This was a really good show. Okay, and as a reminder, I've got two more recaps coming your way from the weekend, the Orchid Pro and the Tampa Pro. So here we go. In terms of Olympia 2022, this is considered a tier 4. So the winner qualifies, the other contestants 2nd through 5th receive those points at the bottom, and then at the end of the qualification period, it's the top 3 who get to go to Olympia. So looking at the top 5, beginning with Bikini. In first place was Ivana, 2nd Jessica, 3rd Francesca, 4th Roxana, and 5th Valentina. So beginning with Valentina in 5th place, gotta say I love the red lipstick. It looks so good, beautiful with her suit. And man, she's got really nice curves, like super beautiful round delt, really nice lat, tiny waist, and a really curvy glute and back of the leg as well. So that's kind of the impression that I get with her. There's not sharp angles. There's not really a lot of lines in her ribs. She's just super round and flowy, the way that her body just goes from top to bottom. So I think she's got a great physique, really nice conditioning. You've got enough detail in the leg to show off some of this beautiful definition in the hip, a little bit by the kneecap, but not a lot of crazy lines. Her waist is small, her oblique is lovely. And she's posing really nice too. She keeps her feet a little bit wider than some of the other girls, and it just looks really flattering on her frame. It really draws your eye in this curve, that S shape. I do feel like she's crunching this shoulder a little bit forward, and that she could put this shoulder more towards the back of the stage and just be like more open in the chest. I think she's gorgeous. I thought this was a great 5th place. Okay, Roxana in 4th. Love this suit. I saw a video of her walking on stage, and just the way that it color changed, it's very beautiful, and it looks so good on her. I think it's a perfect suit. Her makeup looks great. Her hair looks beautiful. I think she's got an amazing glute, really nice shape in the back of her leg. Very eye-catching, and a gorgeous tiny little waist too, and a really nice upper body. But one thing that really catches my eye when I compare her to the other top 5s that we've seen her in, I think she's coming in this show with a little bit more softness, just a little bit. And the reason I say that is there's a little bit less vascularity in her arms. I think her shoulders look a little bit more soft, still like super round and hard, but like, you see all that vascularity in the back arm here, whereas here it's just got a little bit more, just like a glowy, soft fullness to her, even though she still has super hard defined abs. So she's got the right balance of leanness for sure. You've got the line coming down her leg, but to me, it's not as defined as it was here in San Antonio. So a little bit more softness. It looks lovely. It looks really healthy, really beautiful. Could she have had more? I don't know. It's a difference between the 1st place and the 4th place. Maybe. I think it looks really beautiful. I think she's got a great overall look and shape at this show. So I think she did stunning. I thought this was a good 4th place for her, and that suit was just amazing. Okay, next and 3rd was Francesca, running out of room. She looks so good. I always love her physique. She's so big up top. She's got lots of sharp, straight lines. I think her lats go so far in, tiny waist, and then her glute comes really far out. Beautiful lines in her legs. Just an amazing shape. I'm wondering if Francesca is a little on the leaner side at this show. I feel like you see a bit more rib than sometimes you do. Like she does have rib, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's a little bit more prominent. She looks really lean to me. A lot of detail down by the leg. I like it. I love seeing the definition, but it might be just a tad bit conditioned. The other thing that I was thinking is when I look at Francesca in the lineup with the other ladies, I feel like she could maybe use a little bit more curve in her hamstrings, or perhaps it's simply a matter of turning this foot out a little bit. I noticed here at Fit Parade, her foot was just ever so slightly more towards the side rather than being so straight. And you did get a little bit more of a view of her hamstring. Whereas here, it's a lot more of a straight line in her leg. So just something that I was seeing when I looked at her compared to the other girls, whether it's having actually more size on her legs or just posing in a way to show off the sizes she has. Because I think she's beautiful. I love her suit. Her hair and makeup is gorgeous. And she looks great. And I really love her shoulders. She's got the most amazing delts. Okay, next, Jessica in second place. Wow. So I think this color looks amazing on her. I love the royal blue with her hair color. Her hair looks a little bit darker. She looks stunning. And the other thing that I'm noticing is she's really playing around with her posing, and it's starting to look really good. So she's separated her feet. That was something that she seems to be playing around with. I think having her foot a little further out really highlights her calf. It highlights this hamstring on the back leg. The quad is a nice shape. Like over here, maybe it was a little too much of that lumpy muscle showing through, but it just looks really soft and very pretty. And the other thing that I think she's playing around with is the placement of the foot on the front leg and how much of the back it shows off. So by placing her foot really sideways, you're getting a great view of her hamstring and the glute ham area where they tie together. You got this beautiful curve. Whereas here with her foot a little bit more facing the front, you don't quite see that hamstring shape as well. And then these two shows, she was facing a lot more sideways. So you saw a lot more of that hamstring in that shape. So I think she's really doing something lovely here. It's a very nice look. Maybe she could put the foot a little closer just to keep the balance between upper and lower body there. I think from this side of the body where you see this beautiful delt, great lat, tiny waist, and then the glute, you've got a really, really nice proportionate shape between her upper body and lower body. So she's doing amazing. She's got great conditioning, beautiful overall presentation, and I think she's really nailing it. And a fantastic second place. Okay, Ivana in first, as usual, so beautiful. Great obliques, really nice small waist. She's facing a little bit more towards the front. We see a little bit more for torso than we did at Portugal and the Empro show. Really beautiful hourglass shape for sure. Her glutes have such a nice definition with this groove. She's beautiful. She looks so good. I do think that the shade of lipstick could be a little bit different. The pink with the red is not my favorite, but I love that you can see her lips and it's not just nude. So it's not much of a criticism on my end. I think she just looks really beautiful. I don't really have too much to say. I think she's got great conditioning. You've got a beautiful amount of oblique with not a lot of rib. You've got great detail coming through in her arms, a nice amount of line in her leg without being overly detailed in the muscle, beautiful calves. She just nails it. Okay, side by side, man, oh man, you've got a lot of different types of physiques. Like I mentioned before, Francesca has a lot of very sharp lines, the line from her lat to her waist, the line out to her glute. Valentina has a little bit more of a curvy overall look. I think Jessica has a really exaggerated hourglass shape, really small waist, a very large pinching in of that hourglass. Roxana looks a lot more kind of long and curvy. Ivana is very moderate. She's not overly exaggerated in her lats, right? When you compare Ivana to Jessica and Francesca, her delts are very proportionate to her glutes. She's just very lovely, very very natural. She looks, nothing's exaggerated. And she's got some nice size too. I think you notice here what I meant when I commented that Francesca's could have a little bit more shape showing through. Look, when you see Jessica, there's a little bit more of the hamstring. Same with Valentina on either side of her. Roxana has some nice shape in her quads. So everybody's just a little bit different, and I love that. And bikini is so difficult. Now, from behind, I do think Ivana stands out here. I think she's got just the right amount of conditioning where the glute ham tines are really prominent, and then there's a little bit of definition in the hamstrings, but not too much. I think Jessica maybe had a tiny bit too much definition in the back. Roxana could have had more, and Valentina could have had more. But Ivana really nailed it. I think Francesca has a really nice amount of definition as well. Her glutes are really well outlined. But the other thing that I'm noticing about Ivana is she's really done a great job of showing off her hourglass. Her waist looks really small, and her delts look really out. Whereas Jessica, I think, is a bit more pinching them in. Her elbows are more backwards. So I think Jessica could kind of just relax those arms a bit, and then it would be even more of that hourglass shape like what Ivana's got happening. So, man, oh man, what a top 5. In terms of Olympia, Ivana was already qualified. Jessica's way up at 16. Francesca was already qualified. Roxana was already qualified. And Valentina is on the list with 1. Okay, pro figure. In first place, Jessica. Second, Latoya. Third, Erica. Fourth, Nora. And fifth, Claudia. So Claudia, wow, I love her shape. I really am impressed with the sweep of her quads. She's got such a beautiful roundness. That's the first thing I noticed, was just how gorgeously curved the outside of her legs are. Not to mention the beautiful definition. She's got a lot of detail. Nice small waist, beautiful upper body too, great lats, nice round shoulders. I am noticing a symmetry issue here, but I think it's a posing thing. I noticed that this arm on this side seems to be a bit higher, so the shoulders aren't quite level. Also, this little dangly piece on her suit is a little bit off-centered, so just my eye is being thrown a little bit off from a symmetry perspective. But I think her conditioning is beautiful. She's got great obliques, really nice detail in her legs, and her shape is fantastic. And the color of her suit is gorgeous. It looks so good against her skin. So I'm super impressed. I think she did a great job. Okay, Nora in fourth. Okay, a different shape than what we saw in fifth place. So she's not quite as round in her quad sweep. It's a lot more just like, I want to say she's got a lot of mass, really condensed. And she's got a completely different shape in her legs. Beautiful detail. Really nice full calves. I noticed that for sure. She's got great balance in the upper and lower part of her legs. I'm wondering if maybe a little bit of turnout in her toe would help to create even more of a curviness in the leg. Really nice, beautiful suit. I love the colors, striking. And then it shows off how small her waist is and the beautiful lats and nice delts. Again, I think this is more just when the photo was taken. I do feel like this shoulder here is a little higher than this one, but you're seeing some great vascularity. She's lean, beautiful detail with the muscles in her arms. I think she looks really fantastic. I'm super impressed by her size and by her conditioning. All right, Erica in third. Incredible. Once again, another top 5 place from her. I also love her suit. I definitely like this color. It's just beautiful. I love the bottoms in particular. I think the fit of her suit is really beautiful. I like how high it comes up. Her legs are amazing. She's got a really nice round curvy shape. Lots of detail, though I do think this is not the most lean and conditioned we've seen her. Not that that's a bad thing. It's just, I do think that, for example, at the New York Pro, we could see a bit more of that crazy detail coming through on the legs. It's there now at this show. It's just not as much as it was before. I do think she's a little bit fuller. You can see her legs are even closer together in her front pose. There's a bit more space at some of the other shows. I don't think her waist looks as small as it did, for example, at New York. However, I'm kind of liking this fullness. I think her legs look really big. Her lats look really big. Her delts look super full. Like, she looks really, really good. Now, what the judges want, that's a whole other story. Who knows? Either way, she placed third in both shows. So just goes to show you never know exactly what you need to do. But I think she looks really good. She's posing so beautifully, shows off her beautiful X frame. Her waist looks small. The lats are super impressive. So a really fantastic third. Okay, Latoya in second. Love. I love the way Latoya wears her bottoms. It never really struck me until I saw her. And she really pulls them up super high under her belly button. The sides of her suit come up really high. And man, is it ever flattering to her shape. It looks so good. I also love this suit in particular. I think this is the best suit we've seen. It is so striking. It really makes your eye travel sideways. And I think it makes her lats and delts look even bigger. It's a beautiful color. She just looks unbelievably good. Tiny waist, great definition in her abs. I think this is the smallest her waist has looked, the most detail we've seen in her six-pack. She's got great size and curve in her legs, nice definition. Like, she just looks amazing top to bottom. I think her posing looks really good. Her delts look really full and open. Her chest looks really open as well. Like, she just looks really broad, tiny waist. Like, what a V shape. Amazing. Okay, and now in first place, Jessica. You know what stands out for me in this lineup is her delts. She has shoulders like nobody else, and the balance of her shoulders with her lats is incredible. So yeah, she's got amazing delts, but the lats match. Then you've got this perfect tiny six-pack waist, amazingly gigantic legs, full of detail, beautiful calves. Like, she's just got so much balance in every part of her body. She also has a beautiful cut of her suit. I love how thin the straps are. It's extremely flattering, and I love this color the best. Like, this show, the suits are being taken to another level. I think this color is really flattering with her dark hair. She just looks amazing. Okay, so side by side, yep, Jessica's belts with her lats. You know, I compare Jessica's delts to Erica's, and it's like nothing else. Her shoulders are so high, they're so round. Even Latoya doesn't have that same degree of size and shape and the roundness like Jessica. Plus, she has the lats holding them up underneath. So just an incredible shape. Beautiful torso. I think all of these women have a really nice midsection. Though I can say that Claudia and Nora, their suits don't fit as high as for second and third, and it's not quite as flattering. So really loving the top three and the way that their suit bottoms fit. It just makes the waist look so small, really accentuates the curve in the legs too. But I think, man, Jessica with the suit, with her lats, with her V-taper, and the conditioning is crazy. You really notice all the detail in her legs in particular. And from behind, it's super impressive V-tapers from all of these ladies. I'm noticing the great detail on Nora, in the back of her legs. But again, it's these shoulders that really catch my eye on Jessica. Nobody has that shape. It just is like her shoulders are so 3D, they're coming off of her body. Then you've got this crazy amount of size in her lats, beautiful detail, and her glutes are fabulous. Super hard, super curved, great glute hem tie-in. They're not as, like, Erica, I feel, has a more rounded shape. Same with Latoya. Jessica just looks very, almost narrow and long in the shape of her glutes. And it just is so flattering to her shape. So amazing. Okay, so Jessica's already qualified. Latoya's already qualified. Erica's way at the top with 22. Nora has 2, and Claudia has 1. So don't forget, I got 2 more recaps from the weekend coming your way, and there's 3 shows this weekend. So make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss those recaps. Give me a like if you like this video. Comment below, and come find me. I'm at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com, and of course on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.